Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, very late at night, your nightly sickness video. It is 9 o'clock at night right now. I waited way too late to shoot this video. My mistake. It's our last day down here. I was doing a lot of stuff with the family and got caught up riding rides and having a good time with the family that I completely just got caught up, lost track of time basically. And I need to do this video very quickly because I want to make sure it's uploaded in time for it to be uploaded today. So I have all the questions you guys asked me. I know I'm supposed to have done these like questions like within the videos. That's what I was planning on doing, but as I mentioned before, things kind of got all screwed up with my videos. All the ideas I initially had kind of didn't work out the way I planned. So we're doing things very differently this trip. And hey, live and learn, right? So we're gonna walk around, I'm gonna try to answer your questions. If I can answer them, it's nighttime, it's dark out. I'm gonna do my best to be able to read these. So hey, look, some light. So James Moyner, M-O-Y-N-E-R, he writes, when it comes to Disney villains in movies, what villain song is your favorite and which villain death is your favorite? I really just noticed recently, I'm a big fan of The Little Mermaid. I never really thought of Little Mermaid as like one of my favorites until recently when I watched it and realized I love the song so much. I'm a big fan of Ursula. I love her death. I love her villain song. So I'm gonna go with I'd say villain song, definitely Poor Unfortunate Souls, and even death. I love, you know, Ursula being stabbed to death by like a mast of a ship. So we're gonna go with Ursula on that one. Harold F writes, I guess he meant to say, are you going to go into Orlando to DVD/Blu-ray hunts? No. When I come to Walt Disney World, I stay on property. I don't rent a car. I never leave the property. I know people think that's crazy. People are like, oh, you can go here, you can go there, you can go to Universal, you can go to SeaWorld, and so on and so forth. Not the case. I don't do that when I come to Walt Disney World. I stay at Walt Disney World Resort, and I stay here and never leave. That's how I go. I have been on Walt Disney property for the last 12 days, or I guess 11 days now, and have never left, and that's the way I do things. The Irish Steeler writes, are you just sticking to Disney World, or are you going to Universal? I just kind of answer that. Only Walt Disney World. Let's see. D-Man David 22 writes, if you could only do one thing at Disney, what would it be and why? Only do one thing? Become the CEO. That's it. No, like only do one thing. I guess I mean realistically, because I was going to say become the CEO or die of a heart attack on the Haunted Mansion, so I can become the thousands ghost to haunt the halls. But realistically, I guess it would just be to ride Haunted Mansion. Like if somebody said, you can come here, ride one ride, and that is it. What are you going to do? It would be Haunted Mansion because I love Haunted Mansion. So I guess that's what he meant. I'm gonna try to stay realistic. Shane Olery writes, what's your favorite Disney character? Are you going to be Mickey Mouse? Favorite Disney character? Wow. I don't even know who I would say my favorite Disney character is. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I would say Mickey only because of the new Mickey Mouse cartoons. I love them and I'm really enjoying Mickey in those cartoons. Maybe I'm going to sit and... I'm running out of light, so maybe I'll sit and answer these questions. So I guess I'll go with Mickey Mouse, I suppose. And am I going to meet him? I did not. Oh wait, no, I lied. I did get to meet Mickey. I met Mickey, I met Goofy and Minnie all on the same day. So I did meet Mickey Mouse. Yeah, not the one that talks though. I just met the regular one. Samantha Osborne writes, of course I sit right underneath a speaker. Of course. Samantha Osborne writes, cute little guy. What is your favorite restaurant in Walt Disney World? Am I a cute little guy, or do you mean my son? I'm going to take it as you meant me. I'm a cute little guy. I am a cute little guy. What is your favorite restaurant at Walt Disney World? I'm going to go with Columbia Harbor House. I love the Columbia Harbor House. They have good food there, and I really like the ambiance. I also like the fact that it's right across from the Haunted Mansion, so if you sit upstairs, because it's actually 2 floors, if you sit upstairs in the Columbia Harbor House, you can actually look out over the Haunted Mansion and see the Haunted Mansion as you eat, which I love. Very awesome. Oh my god. Hank V writes a lot of stuff. I think his first question I didn't really understand. Yeah, it's about Steven Spielberg and stuff. I'm sorry, Hank V, I didn't really get your first question, so we're going to skip that one. Question 2, best memory inside one of the parks. There's so many. Seeing, who did I see? I'm drawing a blank now. I want to say Bananarama, but that's not who we saw. Doesn't matter. There was a concert we saw here, all kinds of stuff. Just recently, just today actually, we got to witness some meerkats over in Animal Kingdom actually attack a rabbit that had gotten into their enclosure and kill it. That's kind of interesting. You don't see that every day. Witnessed that right in front of my eyes. That was crazy. So there's all kinds of awesome memories. I mean, again, that the list just goes on and on. I don't really have necessarily one best memory. I have like a list of really good memories, but probably my favorite thing to think about is probably my honeymoon when my wife and I came down here 5 years ago on a honeymoon. That was like one of the best times of my life. My wife says it was the best time she's ever had in her entire life was our honeymoon. So obviously just that trip in general is probably my best memory. Which Disney character would you dress up? I don't know. It would be something really random and obscure. I was talking to my wife about if you ride Spaceship Earth and you get to that part where they talk about how the computers were the size of a house. There's a guy dressed up like in a lab suit, and there's this like really like 1970s black chick. She always has like an afro, and she looks really like stereotypical. I'm trying to talk my wife into dressing up as her and me dressing up as the other scientist guy and going as them for Halloween this year. So I would probably dress up as him. As in Roger Rabbit cartoons are alive, which Disney cartoon figure would you love to go a night on town? Oh, I see. So if Toontown and stuff, if Disney characters were real, who would I like to go out with for a night on the town? Maybe Jessica Rabbit, because she's hot. I wouldn't mind going on a date with Jessica Rabbit, as I'm sure you could all imagine why. I'm trying to stay in late here. Wow, he has so many questions. Assemble your own new crew for yada yada. Bank for a bank. I don't know. I'm sorry, Hank. You asked a lot of questions. Which Disney movies would you take on a desert island? Maybe like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That'd be kind of interesting. Pick 5. I'm just gonna say the 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Question number 7: which ride should be made into the next movie, and who would play who? The next ride. I don't know. Maybe like Expedition Everest. That could make a cool movie. Who would play who? I don't know. But actually, I'm going to say Paul Giamatti plays somebody because I love Paul Giamatti. So Expedition Everest. I'm going to go with that. All right. Marvin James Monnier. When Sean Hunter is old enough, what is the first animated Disney movie you will show him, and live action Disney film you want him to see? I have no idea. Probably going to show him Winnie the Pooh soon, because he seems to really enjoy Winnie the Pooh. We had no idea. We came down here. He just took a shining to Winnie the Pooh. So I'll probably show him the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh soon. Is there a ride that you and your wife like to go on together? Also, do you and Miss Sickness like or dislike It's a Small World ride? What ride are you going to want Sean's first ride to be? We go on all the rides together. There aren't any rides we don't like riding together. We both love It's a Small World. My son loved it as well. And Sean's first ride, Simon Sickness Jr.'s first ride, actually ended up being it was the Kilimanjaro Safari in Animal Kingdom. That ended up being his first ride, just because that's the first thing we did. So it just kind of worked out that way. Class in movies, I think. What are your hopes for the new Jungle Book movie? I didn't even know about that movie until I saw an ad for it down here. Not even like an ad, like a trailer, but like an ad, just a picture of it. What is a Jungle Book movie? Is it live action? Is it CGI? I don't even know anything about it. I didn't know it was even coming out, but just from like the poster I saw, I'm intrigued. It looks pretty cool. Sam Ratner says, what is your favorite part of the Great Movie Ride? Also, favorite meet and greet, walk around character in the parks? Favorite part of the Great Movie Ride is when you're in the Indiana Jones part. Indiana Jones is on your right. I think he's like dangling down. There's like snakes and stuff and all that crap. Look to your left. In the hieroglyphics, you'll see a Mickey and Donald hieroglyphic. It's a hidden Mickey and a hidden Donald. I love that. That's my favorite part. Favorite walk around characters. It's so hard to say. There's so many. I'm gonna say Winnie the Pooh and Tigger right now, just because my son loves him so much, and it's so much fun to see him just like his eyes light up. Even as a 1.5-year-old, his eyes light up when he sees Pooh walk by. Geek Nostalgia writes, what is your favorite Disney afternoon, Saturday morning cartoon moment? Did you ever meet any characters at Disney World in the past? I'm not sure I'd say my favorite, favorite cartoon moment. I guess I would just say any of the theme songs. Anytime I hear any of like the Disney afternoon theme songs, it takes me back to being a kid. I loved the Disney afternoon cartoons. They were fantastic. So I'm gonna go with just the theme songs would be my favorite part of that. David Says, Cyanez, I don't know, Sianez with a little thing over the end. What is your favorite meal snack at Magic Kingdom? Cheers from Mexico. Oh, so he's Mexican. I'm gonna go with Mickey, Mickey pretzels, the ones that are shaped of, like the soft pretzels that are in shape of Mickey. Definitely by far my favorite snack. I've eaten like 20 of those already. I get those a lot. So those are my favorite by far snack down here. And I'm walking over into an area that is very poorly lit. I do apologize. Let's see. Chris Unknown writes, what is the best couple thing to do while in the main Walt Disney World Park? You guess me Magic Kingdom couple thing? I don't know. It's all a couple. I mean, a couple things. There's really nothing down here I say when isn't a couple thing. Just hang out, have a good time with you and your significant other, and it's just a lot of fun. What is the one thing that you absolutely love to do each time you go to Walt Disney World? I don't know if there's actually, I mean, I just love to do everything. That's the thing. It's like, there's not one thing I love to do when I'm down here. I do everything when I come down here. I ride every ride. I go see all kinds of stuff. Unfortunately, this trip was a little different because I did have a 1.5-year-old with me. I didn't get to quite do everything, but I try to do as much as I possibly can. So there's nothing I just like to do it all, really, when it comes down to it. And will CS Jr. be starting his own Trip Memento collection? If so, what will it be? As of right now, no, but I could see him possibly like pin collecting someday. That would be pretty interesting. And then, let's see. The Blue Raytastic writes, hey Cinema Sickness, big fan of your videos. That's why I was inspired to make videos, my own videos, very cool. Here are my questions. What is your most watched Disney movie? Yes. That's a really tough question. I've seen Aladdin like a ton of times, but I don't know which one I've watched the most. When I was a kid, I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit like a ton, but is that really Disney? I mean, it's Touchstone, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure which one I've watched the most. But I've seen Aladdin like a million times. I've seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit like a million times. So many Disney movies I've seen so many times. Who inspired you to make a video? Nobody. I just started making them on my own. Most anticipated movie of 2016 minus Captain America Civil War. Have a fun trip. These are non-Disney questions. I don't know which one I'd say my favorite or my most anticipated movie is because I don't really pay attention to what's coming out. I've stopped doing that. All right, I think we're on the last page here. Yeah, only 3 pages. Not too bad. Hi, it's STE from STE Media. My questions are, does Cinema Sickness Jr. have a favorite Disney film or character besides Mickey? Like I said, he took a shining to Winnie the Pooh while we were down here. We had no idea again. He just all of a sudden like became fascinated with Winnie the Pooh. So that's probably his favorite character. He has not seen any Disney movies yet, but I will show him any Adventures of Winnie the Pooh real soon. Do you have a least favorite ride attraction at the parks? If so, what and why? Least favorite? I'm gonna go with Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, the game where you shoot like the lasers at target. It doesn't really work. I hate those rides. I've been on those rides at many different theme parks, not just here at Walt Disney World. Any of those I've ever been on do not work. They're horrible, horrible rides. Now Midway Mania, on the other hand, over in Hollywood Studios, that works amazingly well. That's awesome, but the Buzz Lightyear Star Command ride, it doesn't work. So maybe that's my least favorite, I have to say. J.R. Roman, R-O-M-I-N-A writes, what are your earliest memories of Disney in general? This will be your son's first time in the parks. When was the first time you went to a Disney park? Any memories of that experience? First time I went, I was like in 5th grade, and I really don't have any memories of it. I can barely remember anything. All I really remember was staying at the Caribbean Beach Resort. I remember the pool there. In fact, I went over and visited it. I went over and saw it this trip, and I do remember the pool with the cannons and stuff. That's kind of all I can really remember for some reason. I don't really remember too much more from the trip other than that, but I do remember that. And that was a long time ago. I don't even remember what year that was. Again, I was in 5th grade. I graduated college in 2003, so that gives you an idea of how long ago 5th grade was for me. Let's see. Mr. TV Man 100 writes, what is your favorite ride, Haunted Mansion? What do you think Sean's favorite ride or character will be? That's the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and Winnie the Pooh. And how many times are you going to ride to Small World? I've been on it like 6 times already. I'll probably ride it one more time again tonight. I love It's a Small World. It's a fantastic ride. Anybody who knocks that ride should just be knocked in the head. Noah Kaiser writes, I hope I'm pronouncing your names right. Who is Sean's favorite Disney character? Again, Winnie the Pooh. Can I have a shout out for my YouTube channel, Noah Kaiser, Noah Kaser? Please and thank you. Have an awesome trip, so be sure to check him out. Ultimate Disney Fan 28, good name. Are you going to do a complete trip video? I was going to, and then that failed miserably because I couldn't film as much as I was possibly planning on filming. So I was going to do that, but it didn't work. So no. And the last question here is Kyle Goldeneye. Wow, this is literally his name. Kyle Goldeneye Man Christmer 2 I Love 007. I did not know a YouTube name could be that long. Are you going to have fun there? Of course. I've been having an absolute blast here, as I do every single time. I love Walt Disney World. It is the best. It is the greatest. This is my all-time favorite place to be. In fact, it's my wife's favorite place too, and we are already possibly going to book our trip for next year. Apparently, we can save some money if we book before we leave. So she's actually going to talk to a concierge tonight about booking our trip for 2016. We're thinking about coming back down here for Christmas, but we're going to come down like the beginning of December, not actually on Christmas, because coming here actually on Christmas is ridiculous. We did a couple years ago. It was insane. We'll not be doing that again. Crowds were nuts. Apparently, if you come like the first couple weeks of December, the crowds are apparently not so bad. So we're thinking about doing it then. So we're already planning on our next trip. So we're really excited. You know, the trip hasn't even completely ended yet, and we're already talking about our next one. So am I gonna have fun? Yes. Sorry guys, that's it. Thank you for all your questions here. Like I said, didn't quite get to answer them the way I wanted to. I was planning on like walking around the parks and showing you things. Like, oh, here's my favorite restaurant, here's my favorite ride, and so on and so forth, all throughout the days. That didn't work. But like I said, live and learn, guys. You know, I was planning on shooting all sorts of different kinds of videos. It didn't work out that way, but I like the videos I shot. Just, you know, one video a day, typical daily sickness videos, and I'm showing you all kinds of different stuff. There's so much stuff that I have not shown you, and at first I was kind of bummed out about that, and so I reminded myself, wait, I'll probably be coming down here again next year. All that stuff I did not get to show you in this year's videos, I'll show you next year, so stay tuned. December 2016, most likely I'll have a whole boatload, another 12 days worth of Disney videos of all new stuff, so stay tuned for that, and we can take a look at Christmas stuff. That'll be cool. So alright guys, that is it. I'm gonna end it here. 20-minute video, not so bad. I gotta upload this video really quickly to make sure it's up for you guys in time to actually be posted this day. Don't want to miss a day. So alright, that's it. So like I always say, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, if you're watching us on YouTube, there's the link down below to cinemasickness.com. Click on it, head over there, check it out. There's a lot more to see than just these videos. All kinds of stuff for you to check out. So there you go, guys. That is it. Thanks for watching. And tomorrow when you see me, I will be back in the Cinema Sickness library, and I'll probably do a pickups video, because I did pick up some cinema and some stuff, and some like Disney trading pins and some other goodies here and there. So I'll probably do a video just showing you everything I picked up, and kind of like a recap video of my trip. So all right, guys, that is it. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic night. Hope you've been having a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend. I know I have, and I will see you all tomorrow. So all right, guys, that's it. Bye.